Katie Uhlmann reporting for TTN-HD Production Live, here with writer-director Matthew von MANAHAN. Matthew, can you tell me a little bit about your film, Book of Caleb?
Yeah, of course. Book of Caleb. It really was a labor of love. I started writing it in 2001. I was a student at Florida State University, and probably finished the script right around graduating, which is like 2003. If you haven't heard of, have you heard of Florida State's film program?
Yeah, I have. I hear they have a good film program. Is that true?
It is true. It's very, it's small, but they pay all your production costs. So basically, while you're a student at FSU, at least when I was there, you make 4 movies on film, which is pretty expensive. And the rest of the time you crew on your other students' projects. So I knew right after graduating I wanted to make this feature. So all 4 of my films at Florida State were actually scenes from Book of Caleb. I was like workshopping the story, trying to find the right tone, and playing with the characters and seeing how the words sounded off the page. And what was cool was after I graduated, I could put all that stuff on a DVD, and I went back to Philadelphia. My producing buddy, Grant Fenster, who's from Wisconsin originally, but yeah, we met at FSU. He produced a lot of my films there. We put all those shorts on a DVD, and we went out in the community, and it took about 2 years, but we were actually able to raise the money to shoot Book of Caleb in Philadelphia. And there's been a lot more production in Philly since, but at the time, it was really like the only thing going on. So we,
So how did you get the funding for your film? Are you reaching out to family and friends?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah, basically I made like one long list of every single person I've ever met in my life, and then I would call them and ask for money.
Okay,
yeah.
And where can we see the film? It's online at Hulu, is that correct?
Yeah, Hulu.com.
Okay. And it was one of the first films to go up online?
Hulu had other movies, but it was like the first, not to get too technical about like indie distribution and stuff like that, but you can basically have a movie at a film festival do really well. You get a movie that goes to Sundance, get a theatrical release, and the filmmakers and investors still don't see a dime, you know, because there's the distributors know how to like pad the costs, right? So it's like it's really difficult. So what we did, we got some mentoring for some great guys, Lance Weiler and Aaron Crumley. Both of them have gone their own way and found ways to like business models that sustain the making of their films. Really impressive. Check them out. Yeah, Lance's most recent film is called Head Trauma, and Aaron did a film called Four-Eyed Monster. And both of them are just really creative in using the web to create revenue. And it could be as simple as using the web to coordinate fans. Basically, they collected zip codes, and when they had enough zip codes of people that wanted to see the movie in one area, they would rent out a theater, and then the fans could see the movie in a theatrical environment. They would do Four-Eyed Monster was the first film to be on YouTube, which is cool because you can watch it. You could watch it for free. It was for a limited time, but it was the first feature film on YouTube. And what they did was they made a deal with another website. And in the beginning, before the movie starts, they're like, "Well, you can watch the movie for free regardless. But if you go to this other website and just register with that site, they'll give us $1 for every person that does." And they made $100 grand that way.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, so really creative. Yeah.
Cool. So now you are working on an ad campaign for alcohol-infused whipped cream. Can you tell me a little bit about that and where we can watch the ads?
Yes, cream. Well, their website is www.givemecream.com. It's a 30-proof whipped cream. It's blowing up in college towns all over the country, and yeah, you can see it. We just finished our second ad, and I don't want to spoil too much about it, but we basically introduce these creatures called the Cream Teenies, which are aliens from the from the planet Cream that come down and give the gift of alcohol-infused whipped cream to mankind, and then they stay and party with the humans.
So you must have a lot of fun making these ads. Are you coming up with the concepts yourself?
Oh yeah, that's the most important thing, I think, is like having fun. I like to work with the same collaborators. It's funny, like even people I've worked with in film school, people that had shot my student films and stuff, actors. I like to work with the same like group of people on everything. So it was funny. If you see the cream ads, there's people that were from Book of Caleb the movie, or the director of photography on the cream ads was the DP on Book of Caleb. So yeah, it's kind of like this like retarded family of like very talented people, and it's like a reunion when we can get back together and do stuff like that.
Okay, great. Well, we'll definitely have to check that out. And thank you so much, Matthew von Manahan.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad this worked out.
Me too. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for TTN-HD Production Live. Here I am with writer-director Matthew.
Do really well. You can have a movie that goes to Sundance.
Sorry.
I love that coffee. You can have a movie